I can hear everything. This week's you missed everything. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's still Thank you, Lord. We are saying thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. There is no one like you, Alpha and Omega. There is no one like you, Hallelujah. Covenant keeping God. There is no one like you, Alpha and Omega. Jehovah, there is no one like you. Covenant keeping God. Covenant keeping God. Oh, there is no one like you. Alpha, Omega, Jehovah, there is no one like you. Come when I keep it God, come when I keep it God. There is no one like Alpha Omega. There is no one like last week we looked at the overcoming faith, just about the faith in movement for time like this. There's a faith that is needed to overcome and challenges and just about you. We look at the conditions of faith, speak. If you can work to see them in the world today, that things that goes here is to be not people. Because Satan operates in the atmosphere of fear. When there is fear, Satan operates. There are motives in that in the life that comes into the life. First thing that comes is fear. Whenever fear is in your life, you know that Satan is about to attack. As the children of God, we must not admit fear. We must have a faith that overcomes. We must receive and possess an unshaken faith. Don't let anything shake your faith. Stand your ground on the word of God. And one key example we looked at last week was Rahab, Joshua chapter 2, verse 10. The same news that brought fear and that killed the spirit of the inhabitants of Jericho when they had the news about how God has with the Israelites conquered nations. How by God's power, mighty hand, and the power of God is sea parted for the Israelites. And when these people hear all this, fear grieved them. They lost their courage, they lost confidence. And once the rabbi human they are, choose not to fear. But that means that to have faith in the living God. And that faith she has in the living God was not seen. She was saved. She didn't die to die of those that fear. Every other person that feared died, perished. But Rahab was saved. And oh, you know the faith of Rahab was recorded in the book of Hebrews. She was one of the heroes of faith. Rahab was an hero of faith. Faith was unique. There is another common faith God wants us to possess this the faith and overcome. And that is Acts. The face of challenges where others are falling, of the people standing, their faith and confidence. We talk about the components of faith, which are our trust. Must trust the word of God, must see the reality of the word of God. Whatever the word of God says, we see activity, the reality of it. Also told us that we must understand the spirituality of life. That's why faith also is spiritual. And from the definition of faith, we look at say is the evidence of things not seen. So we are not operating by what we see as the children of God. We do not operate by what we see. But what we see are temporal. We must understand things. And that's when you have understanding of things, you understand that we need to tackle things spiritually. And I think that I stand to every challenge. I see God telling of our faith receiving in the name of Jesus. God pray for Peter that faith failure and our prayer will pray last week that God faith are not failing. And pray for someone tonight. Your faith shall not fail you in the name of Jesus. Whenever your faith has been weak by body, by donation, then whenever your faith has been failing, say grace to your life in the name of Jesus. Praise the Lord. That was just a brief summary of what we looked at last week. Today we're going back to our study manual. We've got the fitness study and going to be looking at study 10 understanding covenant. Topic is understanding covenant. As I was saying that song, verse 13, covenant keeping God, there is none like him. Alpha Omega, there is no one like. You want to understand covenant, what covenant is like. As Ezra saw the story in Genesis chapter 9 from verse 1 to 32. Genesis chapter 9 from verse 1 to 32. Now this week I don't read everything well. Verse 1 saying, and God blessed Noah and his son and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as a clean herb have I given you all things. For flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And surely your blood of your life will I require at the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man, at the hand of every man brother will I require the life of man. Whosoever sheddeth man's blood by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man, and you be ye fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein. And God spake unto Noah and to his son with him, saying, and I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you. Now we see the word covenant coming in here. And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you. Every living creature that is with you, of the fowl of the cattle and every beast of the earth with you, all that go out of the earth, to every beast of the earth. I will establish my covenant with you, neither can all flesh be cut off any more by the water of the flood, neither shall there be any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, this is the token of the covenant which I have made between me and you, every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generation. I do set my vow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of the covenant between me and the earth. Praise the Lord. Now the record after the flood, God was angry with the then world and decided to destroy the world. God decided to destroy the whole world with flood in the days of. And after that event, in verse chapter 8, verse 20, and Noah built an altar unto the Lord and took of every beast, clean beast, and every clean fowl, and offered burnt on the altar, and the Lord smelled the sweet savour, and the Lord said unto with that, I will not again cause land anymore in my sake. Praise the Lord. So we see after Noah offered a sacrifice, God made a covenant. God made a covenant with Noah. And that covenant was that he's not going to be God made that covenant not just to Noah alone, but to every creature itself. That no more will I use water to destroy the earth. Praise the Lord. And that is why we've never seen that in this because our God is a covenant keeping God. I've never seen that event again and to never happen because God has said it. Whatsoever God said, and God established a covenant with man to keep his covenant. And that's what we're looking at today. We're looking at covenant, understanding covenant. Because what God wants us to do as children of God is to come into covenant with Him. And what becomes the work of covenant, it makes a whole lot of difference. Make a whole lot of difference. So we must, and in our Christian walk, we must come to a point where we cut covenant with God. Praise the Lord. We come to a point in our walk with God where we do what we cut covenant with God. The people of old we need to look at the life as we go on tonight. We look at their life and how they walk with God before God, establish a covenant. Yeah. When God establishes a covenant with a man, he doesn't break it. Praise the Lord. And that's why we and the children of God must take our walk in own when we get to when we become a covenant, not like covenant with God. So, Noah offered that sacrifice, God speak and establish a covenant, and that covenant stands. Praise the Lord. That brings us to the definition of covenant. What is covenant? What is covenant? Covenant is an important feature of the Bible to simply put. A covenant is a choosing relationship or partnership in which two parties make binding promises. And two parties come to make a binding promises to each other. The key example here we saw is the covenant of marriage. And two, when a man and a woman come together and they decide and they make an agreement between each other that yes, for better or worse, the death do us apart. This will enter a covenant. We enter a covenant. So it's a binding promise to each other and work together to reach a common goal. So marriage is a good example. A marriage, the husband and his wife choose to enter into a formal relationship which bind them together till death separates them. So the issue of covenant is just like a marriage and cannot be separated. Praise the Lord. And that's what we see in that place we read in our Bible text. God made a covenant with Noah that no more will you destroy the earth. Say, I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off anymore by the waters. Neither shall there be any more be a flood to destroy the earth. God has said it, has made a covenant with Noah at that point. And that covenant stands till today. That's what about covenant we begin to as people further we begin to see a covenant, when God established covenant, it's not just doesn't just end with that man, doesn't just end at the point, it transgenerational. Transgenerational. Just it's no our God established that covenant. And we today are still beneficiary of that covenant today. Praise the Lord. So beyond man too, aside from marriage covenant, there are personal covenants like that of David and Jonathan in First Samuel 3. So David and Jonathan said Jonathan loved David. So much he loved David. So he give to David and make a covenant with himself. That's in Solomon and King Hiram in First Kings chapter 5, another form of covenant. Beyond man to man covenant, God also keep reaching out to man and entering into covenant relationship with them. So God is always reaching out to man, establishing a covenant relationship with man. Key covenant in the Bible. The key covenant in the Bible, the first one is the Abraham. Okay, the first one is Noah. God made a covenant with Noah. God made a covenant with Noah. That's the way we read. Then we'll go further in Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12, and God began to walk with Abraham in verse 12. And the Lord said unto Abraham, get thee out of thy father's house, out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto the land that I will show you. I will make of thee a great nation, that will bless thee and make thy name great. But God called out Abraham, and when we go back or go further in chapter 17 of Genesis, God made a covenant with Abraham. God made a covenant with Abraham. He said, now, and when Abraham was 29 years old and nine, the Lord appeared to Abraham and said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me and be perfect. I will make my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abraham fell on his face and God talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee. Thou shalt be a father of many nations, neither shall thy name any more be called Abraham, but thy name shall be called Abraham, the father of many nations, and by the name of thee. Praise the Lord. God made a covenant with Abraham, and in verse 10, you see the token of that covenant. Say, this is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and thee, and thy seed and after thee, every male child among you shall be circumcised, and they shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of covenant between me and you. So God established a covenant also with Abraham, the covenant between God and what? And with Abraham, the father of many nations. That's why we keep saying Abraham blessing Abraham blessing I am blessed in the morning, I am blessed in the evening. Abraham blessing. We can talk about Abraham blessing today. We can talk about being part of Abraham blessing today. It's why? It's only because there was a covenant that was cut. Abraham cut a covenant with God, and we can talk about it today. Based on that covenant, we can stand today and say we are the children of who? Abraham. Believers can stand today and call themselves children of Abraham because this man has cut covenant with God. Then the third one is in Mosaic covenant. Moses. Moses, God also established a covenant with Moses. The covenant that God established with Moses. Then go ahead to the Davidic covenant. And finally, the new covenant. The new covenant is that it is established with the name of Jesus. That was established by Jesus. So two of those we are going to be looking at today. Two of those from this teaching we are going to be looking at today. Once we look at the that of Noah and the Abraham covenant. Say for Noah, God made a covenant with Noah after the flood. He assured Noah that he would never destroy the world by flood again. He established the rainbow as a sign of the promise. This was an unconditional covenant. It was an unconditional covenant. God made that covenant unconditional. Unconditional. You know, if you remember, he did not say, oh, if you do this or do that. God just established that covenant and say, I will never and I will not destroy the Lord. The whole head. I know why so we haven't known in Lagos. That's another one. The world has never experienced that again like it was then. That flood will wipe away everything that was upon the earth. So at every point in time, God always remember his covenant. People that have got covenant with God, anytime they stand and call upon God, covenant God, God will always answer. God will always respond. So basically, when we look at Abraham, Abraham, from his walk with God, And first God called him out. And God blessed him. Yes, he was blessed. In verse 12, when God called him out, he obeyed God. He obeyed God faithfully and he left his father's house. And when we go to verse 13, and Abraham went out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and loved with him. And Abraham was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And he went on his journey from the south even to Bethlehem. Sure that after Abraham left his father's house, God blessed him. God honor his word in his life. God, I have already declared to you now, bless you. I will honor you. I will increase you. I will make your life great. And Abraham continued in his work with God. Ought to lead us to the point at what point did God establish his covenant with Abraham? God had restored him at first. After Abraham separated with Lot, God spoke to him again. He renewed his promise. God promised to Abraham again in verse 14 of chapter 13. And the Lord said unto Abraham, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thy eyes and look from the place where thou art northward and southward and eastward and westward, for all the land which thou seest to thee will I give it, and thy seed forever. I will make my seed thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. Arise, walk through the land of length and the breadth of it. I will give it unto thee. Then Abraham removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Negev. And when we go to verse 17, God begins to tell Abraham, and now walk before me and be perfect. And when Abraham was 90 years old and nine, God appeared to Abraham and said unto him, I am the Almighty God, walk before me and be thou perfect. And I will make a covenant between me and you. So when God wants us as his children to have come to a point where our work before him is not just a work because of what we want to get from him. It's not just that we are working with him because we want something from him. It is more than that. God decided to draw the attention of Abraham that what I have for you is not just the riches, it's not just the cattle, it's not just for you to be rich. I have something greater than that for you. I have something greater than that, and I want to do. I want to establish with you. That's why I told you that walk before me and be perfect. Be thou perfect. I said, I will make covenant with thee. And when Abraham put himself in that shoe, obeyed God, told him what established that covenant. God established a covenant with him. The Lord brings us into his covenant in the name of Jesus. And for generation after generation in Exodus 2 verse 24, God has established a covenant with Abraham. And that covenant covers his family. The covenant God has with Abraham is not just a covenant that is for him alone. Think is a form of God also established with this teaching. That when God established a covenant with man, it doesn't just cover you alone. Praise the Lord. The covenant God established a covenant with a man. It's not just for that man alone. And a father of a house is in a covenant with God. That covenant covers him, covers his wife, covers his children. That's what covenant does. We saw Job. Job is a man that also got covenant with God. That covenant secures his family, preserves his family, because he's a man of covenant. So when we cut covenant, when we come to a point where we cut covenant with God, it's not just us. Covenant, a man established because God will not break his covenant. God will not break our own heart. Covenant extends. So in Exodus chapter 2, verse 24, say, and God had their brothers, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. When the children of Israel cried to God in Egypt, in the land of captivity, what did God remember? God remember was his covenant. God remember was his covenant. Men called upon God and say, God, remember your covenant you have made with me. Remember that word you are giving to me. Said, God remembered the covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, people, because these are people that what that have entered into a covenant relationship with God. So when everybody starts to say to call upon God in that regard, God remember his covenant and save the children. And God look upon the children of Israel and God have respect unto them because of what? Because of the covenant that have been called by their fathers. Because of the covenant that have been what? That have been established by Abraham. When the children of Israel call, groan unto God, groan and cry unto God, God remember what? So God always remember his covenant, always keep his covenant. God always keep to his covenant. Covenant is a covenant keeping God. Let's see some facts about covenant. God has great plan for mankind and man failed at the very beginning. Just like what we have been looking at through the teachings from the very foundation, how man failed the place of God. Man has always failed. Man has always failed God. But the failure of man escalated with inequality unto God, decided to destroy the earth. But God found a righteous man to carry on the tide. God found Noah, which is now established a covenant, saying there's a covenant between Noah and God, because God found him in that generation and God made a covenant with him, and he was able to say, God still have the original passion of great plan for man, and he began to do for those who will continue. God is always looking for those who will continue with his promise. God is always looking for those at every point in time. After Noah, God found Abraham, God found him back as an instrument of his covenant for mankind. God found Noah, which he can establish a covenant with him. So what God proposed for the covenant is to share his goodness and benevolence to all man. Through covenant can share his goodness can be preached to all man, to bless the family of the earth through covenant. So there are so many things that can extend to us when we understand covenant. There are many things that can extend to us through what? Through covenant. Because the covenant of God is everlasting. The covenant of God doesn't what? Doesn't change. But God established a covenant, it doesn't go tomorrow what? That's one thing that differentiates man and God. We talk about marriage, we talk about from the beginning of the teaching, we talk about an example of covenant like the relationship between man and woman. In our days today, we can see how we have some marriage that later on the wife or the husband will go to court and say, I'm not doing it again. Let's break the marriage, let's break the covenant. But for God, God doesn't break his covenant. God doesn't break his covenant. That's what we should understand. God did not break his covenant. The covenant implies that I am there for you and you are there for me. God is always there for anyone that is there for him. Anyone who will stand for him, God is always there for them. God is always there for his children. Anytime we stand for him. He told Abraham that your enemy will be my enemy. So for people that have a covenant work with God, God will always fight their battle. God will always defend them. God will always defend and say, your enemy is my enemy and my enemy is your enemy. What I have is yours and what you have is mine. And that's the point where men usually enter to that covenant. Is when man realizes that all he has is for God, and God said, if a man has come to that point where he can pour his all for God, God will say, yes, this is a man that is ready for me. That's what we see in the time of Solomon. Solomon offered a sacrifice, a sacrifice that no one has ever offered. And God arrives and makes a covenant. God will use his word and his blessing and bring the blessing again. That it has never been recorded. So for Abraham to got to a point where the man of God for Abraham was to give him all, to give him all. Don't forget, every covenant is sealed by a sacrifice. Every covenant really, that is, God respond in covenant is sacrifice. It's sacrifice. Might not go deep into that, but every covenant is established. When Noah came out of that flood and he offered the sacrifice to God. He offered that sacrifice to God. God respond by what? Establishing a covenant with, with, with Noah. And that covenant is still there till today. Still there till today. For Abraham as well, that covenant was sealed at the point where God asked for that son that he had given him in the old age. That all that he has. That all that Abraham had, God demanded it from him. And Abraham was ready to give it. The Bible says Abraham has already killed his son in that. He was ready to offer it. That was the seed of that covenant between Abraham and that was the seed that established that covenant between God and Abraham. So these are things to note. Thing number one thing to note is that I said, I am there for you and you are there for me. Two, your enemy is my enemy and my enemy is your enemy. What I have is yours and what you have is mine. What I cannot give is what I do not have. What you cannot give me is what you do not have. So a man of covenant is a man that can give God everything. And that's what God demands from us. That will not hold back anything from God. That will not hold his life from God. That what God requires from us is our eternity. Men that are giving their eternity to God are men that are walking in covenant. God is ready to put his covenant with. When you say covenant is an agreement. Covenant is a form of is a binding agreement or mutual commitment between two for mutual benefit. For mutual benefit. It's a binding agreement. It's a binding agreement or commitment between two for, for mutual benefit. And who are we? Who is this party that we are talking about? Talking about God. God that changed not. He changed not. He doesn't say it today and tomorrow. He says, no, I didn't say that. He's not a man that should lie. God is not a man that he should lie. Never a man like that. Man can lie. Man can say, oh, I said that yesterday, I'm not saying that today. No, man can change their mind, but God never changes his mind. So we must understand this understanding of covenant. I just joining us again with looking at the topic understanding covenant. Understanding covenant. From looked at the fact that from the book of Genesis, we'll begin to hear of covenant. We talk about Noah and God established the covenant with him after the flood. And no more will he use the flood to destroy the whole earth. God established that covenant and gave it a seal, an unconditional covenant. And draw our attention that one thing that draw the attention of God at that point was that Noah offered the sacrifice. And when God smelled that sweet savour sacrifice, so we said, no more will I destroy the earth with blood anymore. And when I look at Abrahamic covenant, first God called Abraham and Abraham left his father's house. He left his father's house and God blessed him and he said that he's going to bless him. So to bless him. Then further on in verse chapter 17, God told him, Abraham, walk before me and be perfect. Walk before me and be perfect. God told him, I'm going to establish my covenant with you. And we are told, we are made to understand that covenant doesn't just stop with that man. That man, remember, God established a covenant, it cut across his generation. It cut across his generation. That's why today we can talk about Abraham blessing. That we can boldly say, oh, we are sons of Abraham, we are daughters of Abraham. Just because Abraham paid a price. Abraham got covenant with God. And anytime the children of Israel are in trouble, when they were in Egypt, what God had was, when God had their glory, what God remember is He remember His covenant. God remember His covenant that He has made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And because of that covenant, God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them. So when we come to a point where we call covenant with God, when we are called covenant with God, because God cannot fail His word, God will always respond. God will always respond. There are cases, testimony of people that with one thing or the other they called covenant with God, maybe by sacrifice. When we talk about covenant, we can't ignore the part of sacrifice. Sacrifice. The people have called covenant by sacrifice, and God will not ignore sacrifice of when there is sacrifice, God will not ignore it. And we look at 4 facts about sacrifice. The God has given 4 facts about sacrifice. 4 things to note is that I am there for you and you are there for me. Because it is a mutual agreement. If we are there for God, God will always be there for us. When God establishes a covenant with us, with a man, it doesn't fail his covenant. Finally, before we go, we just look at what are the blessings, what are the benefits of covenant. From this teaching, we've been able to establish some. I wish I can take our contribution to say what are now these benefits? What are those benefits of covenant? What are the benefits of covenant? I believe if I give us have the opportunity that at least 1 or 2 of for what we've studied now. What are those benefits? It's a mutual agreement. It's a point where the 2 parties say what you have, what I have is yours, and what you have is mine. There is a mutual agreement, a point. So okay, I have one of the blessing, one of the benefits is the blessing. One of the benefits is the blessing. It's a realm of excess. It's a realm of excess without stress. The realm of excess without stress. The covenant of Abraham worked for Isaac, worked for Jacob, it worked for Isaac. It was transferred to Isaac, also transferred to Jacob. They were covenant carriers. Because they were covenant carriers, just that Abraham was blessed. Isaac was also what? Blessed. There was a blessing upon Isaac. Not that because he was the one that carried the covenant. But God remember, God was because the covenant was what transgenerational. The covenant passed on to him. So those are the benefits. It is existence without stress. We saw Jacob, even while he was in Jethro's house, God blessed him so much. He was blessed. Because of him, Jethro was blessed. So men of covenant are men that walks in blessing. Men that walks in covenant are men of what? Men that walks in blessing. They walk in blessing without struggle, without stress. Things happen for them. They walk in outflesh and influence because they are walking in covenant. Because they've got covenant with God. What God told Abraham was that your enemy will be my enemy. Something amazed me when when Abraham was in Egypt and he had to lie about his wife. He had to lie about his wife because of fear. For the covenant of God upon his land did not allow any enemy to prevail over him. God defended him. God defended Abraham because of the covenant God has made. Because covenant that was upon his head, because of the covenant of God, because of the covenant relationship with them, between Abraham and God, we didn't allow anything to happen to Abraham. Even if we are saying, oh, Abraham applied that. But God will never think His coming. He will never His coming. His empowerment to succeed progress. So, two, say number one is the blessing. Number two, the peace answer peace. Peace. And three is preservation. I just talked about God preserving Abraham. God preserving him even when Abraham was in Egypt and he lied about his wife. God still preserved him. Because God has already said his word that your enemy will be my enemy. Those that fight against you, I will fight against them. That was the promise of God to Abraham, that those that fight against you, I will fight against them. God Himself fought for Abraham, preserved him, because he was a man of what? Covenant. Number four is deliverance. When you walk in the covenant, God deliver His own. God deliver men the covenant. God will always make a way out, and deliverance will always come for the people of God that walk in covenant. Breakthrough above barriers and limitations. There's breakthrough in barrier, there's breakthrough, there's crossing barrier and limitation. God remember His promises, covenant. He made way where there is no way. The children of Israel are in that rest, and the enemy were pursuing them. God says, because God remembers it was His covenant He remembered when they grow. And at the Red Sea, God was break limitation and make the way in the Red Sea, that these people can pass through the Red Sea. Because God remembers His covenant over them and make a way for them. I see God making a way for someone today in the name of Jesus. Lord, we give fruitfulness, Genesis 17 verses, and I'll make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I'll make nation of thee, and kings that come out of thee. I'll make thee exceedingly fruitful, and make nations of thee, and kings that come out of thee. That was the promise of God to Abraham, that will make kings that come out of thee. And that's what we saw. God bringing forth kings and queens out of Abraham. So we see from our teaching, we're able to understand that covenant is unbreakable. Covenant is what? Unbreakable. Things to know about covenant. Covenant is what? Unbreakable. So why not we, as children of God, as believers, must come to a covenant that God bring into your covenant, establish your covenant with. If God establishes a covenant with you, God can cover your family, cover your life. Praise the Lord. Covenant is what? Is unbreakable. Covenant is timeless. Is timeless. That same covenant God made with Noah, I'm not going to destroy the earth again with flood. Is timeless. And that's why we see the rainbows. The rainbows appear. So sometimes anytime I see the rainbow, I see say, oh, that means that many times God will have destroyed the earth. Because we will always remember that promise. Whenever that thing wants to happen, something will come up and stand in preservation. So covenant of God is timeless and it's transgenerational. Genesis chapter 9, 119, verse 1 and 2. Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are they that keep his testimony and are seeking with their whole heart. Blessed. Those that seeking with their whole heart. Blessed are they that keep the testimony of the Lord. The testimony of the Lord. The word of the Lord. Testimony. The covenant between, we forget the covenant of Abraham is between him and his seed. Anybody that believes in Jesus today is the seed of Abraham. That's why we are part of that covenant of Abraham. Covenant is boundless. Covenant, there's no limit to covenants. So how do we finally, as we go, how do we now enter such a relationship with God? How do we enter such a relationship with God? Those that have entered covenant of abundance, covenant of abundance with God, they can never lack. Whatsoever at any point in their life, they will begin to shame, not something will come up. Help will arise. Because covenant people can never be put to shame. So how do we enter into this covenant? How do we enter into this covenant? So we take our conclusion. Because every believer is beneficiary of Adam Abrahamic covenant. Every believer today should be a beneficiary of the Abrahamic covenant. But how do we, why is every believer not benefiting from it? Kids, number one is unconditional obedience. Or to enter into that covenant, we must have what? Full obedience. Full obedience. God will not just cut covenant with men. Because when God cuts a covenant with man, he doesn't change his mind. He doesn't come to know again and what? Change his mind. He doesn't come to know again and change his mind. That's why the men of God that come to this point that have cut covenant with God are giving them a covenant that whatsoever you declare shall be established. Even if they sin or even if they are out of the way, they still stand and call upon that covenant, that thing you see, they will still manifest God like as if nothing has happened, as if they are right with God. God has cut covenant. So God will not just cut covenants with anybody. God will not just cut covenant with anybody just like that. First, it requires our totality, our total obedience, our what? Unconditional obedience. That's what God was interested about Abraham. God at chapter 17 said, walk before me and be perfect. Yes, and he gave him that chance. Again, God still want to test Abraham whether he's faithful, whether it was just a blessing. Before you get to the point of one before you have perfect, God has already blessed Abraham in cattle, in sheep, in everything. Abraham has already been blessed. But at that point again, God needed to be sure that is it this child I give it to him, or will he give it back to me? Will he give it to me? If I give my totality to him, before God can give his totality to Abraham, say, can he give me all that he has? Can he give me that which he loved the most? Because he required what? His son. Say, go and take that son and give him that only son. Go and sacrifice him. God, what was God demanding there? Total obedience. Total obedience was what God was demanding from Abraham. So men that will enter that walk in covenant of Abraham must also be men that will have total obedience with God. Will be men of total obedience, unconditional total obedience. Oh, Abraham will have been conditional. Say, God, but that's the only child they gave me. I have to wait for him for 99 years before I give it to him. After my work, it took over 25 years. Give me this son. People will have complained. They have complained and say, God, but you want can ask for another thing. They have asked for Ishmael, I will have given it to you. But this one is the covenant child. Remember your word now. Remember your promise. For what? Unconditionally, Abraham was obeyed God. So also, for us to work in that covenant of Abraham, we must have to unconditional obedience to God. And secondly, is unbroken commitment. Unbroken commitment. Everyone who knows you should know you with God. Anyone who knows you should know you with God. You have unbroken commitment with God. Unbroken commitment with God. That's why before God see that covenant with Abraham. Don't forget that seal of that covenant was after that test of Abraham, your father's son. God man finally seal that covenant with Abraham. Unbroken commitment, unwavering faith. The third one is unwavering faith, unshakable faith, men of faith. That's why Abraham is cited as the father of faith, a father of faith. But we want to every of our work to be based on scientific proof, based on what we can see, based on evidence. Believers today are known to also work with evidence and facts. Evidence and fact like scientists. They're not scientists. They have to do every of our things, evidence and fact. The believer was to work with fact and evidence because if you leave your father's house, you learn and going to show you. Yes, that's confusion. You learn and going to show you. The learn that did not know, the believer was obeyed God. He obeyed God without waving things. When he was old, at that age, at that age, he didn't go for a child. When you have already passed that age of giving birth, you never waved in faith. How is it going to be? Abraham believed. He believed. He believed. Even he believed that if God has taken his child, he's still going to give him another one. Because he knows that God is a God of covenant that never fails. So we must have that our faith must come to this level of shaking, when nothing can shake our faith, when nothing can shake our confidence and trust in God. Then I need to work in covenant. Men of covenant that never shake at what they see or what the word is saying. All they are moved with what God has said. If God has said it, then it is. If God has said it, they believe it. They stand by it. They let nothing shake them. They let nothing move them. They do not allow doubt or fear in their heart because they walk with unwavering faith. So for us to work in this covenant, we must have this as it one unconditional obedience to God. Two, unbroken commitment. And three, I said unwavering faith. Unwavering faith. Because these are what we see in the life of these two characters we looked at today. Is it Noah? He has unwavering faith. Even when they had to prepare the ark for 120 years, they are saying, oh, it's not going to come to pass. God said, prepare the ark. And he was walking by description, by every instruction of God. Every instruction of God was what Noah walked with to prepare that ark. Noah walked with. He never shake, never allow any discouragement in his way. Never allow man to discourage you or to make you weak. He stand for God. Even when it has never happened before. Even when it has in those days, in the days of Noah, there have not been rain, darkness, or flood. Noah believed God of shaking and waving faith. And fourth, the last one is of sacrifice. Sacrifice, where all that you have is of God. Very important. I said we can't talk about covenant without talking about sacrifice. We can't talk about covenant where you cannot talk about sacrifice. Then there's testimony of people that are looking for child and they give the best thing they can ever give. They give all they have and say, God, I'm giving this, and God gave them a child. And the door was open to them. Because God honors sacrifice. But all you have is of God. And when I talk about sacrifice, it's not just monetary sacrifice that God values. the sacrifice of our life after time. And this remain with you. God give us the grace to walk these keys in the name of Jesus. Now we need to walk with these keys. We need to walk in the covenant of God. We must ensure we are aligned with God's will and plan for our life. Faith and obedience must be our portion. Let's bow our head and raise our prayer. Thank you for this word. Thank you for the teaching. Thank you, appreciate it. Bless his name. Father, we thank you. We bless your name once again for your covenant keeping. Oh, you came yet not. Oh, Father, we worship you. We give you all the glory. We give you all the praise. Thank you, our Father. We worship your name. We give you all the glory. We give you all the praise. Thank you, Father, the Lord who changeth not. We worship your name. Covenant keeping God. The I am that I am. The one who changeth not. Lord, we give you thanks. Lord, we worship your name. We give you all the glory. We give you all honor. We give you all honor. Oh, we give you the glory. Oh, we give you the glory. Father, we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Pray and tell the Lord, bring me into your covenant. Lord, bring me into your covenant. Give me the heart of total obedience. Give me the heart to totally commit myself to you. Give me a faith, unwavering faith. Let every doubt in my life dies. In the name of Jesus, ask for the grace to sacrifice all, to give all unto God. To give all unto God. Oh, to offer all totality, to give our totality to Him, to sacrifice our totality on the altar, to lay our all on the altar. Lord, help us to lay our all on the altar. Oh, mighty God, help us to lay our all on the altar. Bring my work into a covenant, O God. Establish me your covenant in the name of Jesus. Oh, Father, Lord, establish our work with you with a covenant in the name of Jesus. Of unconditional obedience, the grace for unconditional obedience, unbroken commitment, unwavering faith, faith that never shake, unshakable faith, oh God, in the name of Jesus. We ask, oh God, that you give unto us commitment to you, commitment to your ways, in the name of Jesus. Oh Father, help us, oh God, in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' name we pray. Father, we thank you. We give you all the glory. By this whatever we connect your covenant. In the name of Jesus, we connect the spirit of obedience, unconditional obedience to your ways, to your word. In the name of Jesus, unbroken commitment to you, unbroken commitment in our work with you. We receive the grace in the name of Jesus. Oh Father, we pray for the unwavering faith, faith that shaketh not, faith that stands in every circumstance that have total confidence and trust in you, in your word. We receive it tonight in the name of Jesus. And we have to give our totality, to give our best, to give our all unto you. Father, we pray you give us this heart tonight. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, blessed Father. To you be the glory. Be thou exalted. For Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.